So this is a demonstration of Kimodo Bridge. It's a tool for working with Kimodo. So basically you get to send your prompts, single prompt or multi-prompts from Kimodo, the bridge, and then Kimodo gets to generate animations from what you sent. Right, so you're able to edit your prompts directly from MotionBuilder in this particular case, but obviously the tool could be for Houdini or Maya or Blender. It just so happens that I prefer working with MotionBuilder for characters anyway. The whole idea is you start your server, select your MetaHuman, being that I'm actually working with MetaHumans for this particular project, and then once you hit generate, once the animation comes back in from Kimodo, it should retarget automatically to the character. And in this particular case, a person walks forward was the prompt. So the character should just walk forwards, and that looks good. So another cool thing is waypoints. Now, waypoints is just a way of telling Kimodo where you want your character to be at what particular frame. So the whole idea here being use a model or a transform to, tell Kimodo that I want you to bring the character to this particular frame or this particular object at this particular frame. And then, it interpolates the data accordingly. Now, the waypoints tend to be pretty distracting, so you can actually hide them or unhide them or hide the text depending on how you want it, because they tend to be pretty distracting, I think anyway. But you need to see the text in order to know which one it is, right? So it follows pretty closely, so it's actually pretty good, I would say, in terms of what it does, right? Now, to delete the waypoints, all you need to do is just right-click on them, and then they just get deleted. Now, we're going to take a look at the second way of creating waypoints, which actually is using a path, right? So path waypoints, I think you would call them. I don't know. So the whole idea here is you draw a path, and then you select how intense you want the path waypoints to be, but obviously you don't want them to be too dense. And then path, the little range slide over there just tells Kimodo how soon you want the animation to start following the points over here, right? So over here, it's at least a 20-something frame delay before it actually starts following. So it's actually going to stand a little bit before it actually starts following the path, right? So once it's done and it's brought back in and retargeted to the character of the MetaHuman in this particular case, it should follow pretty closely. Probably not as close, but still as good. I mean, I'll just leave this thing over here so you can actually see it's not as close, so that you kind of know, not everything actually works the way it's supposed to, or as it's, showcased. But we can give it another shot. So we're actually going to change the path and make it a little bit more circular in this particular case, make it a little bit more dense, and then send the data out. And then here we have the data back. Pretty cool stuff, I would say. Pretty accurate, I would say. Now, being that it's MotionBuilder, all the animations get stored as takes. So this actually was our circle take, and then our fast take, which was the walk cycle. Here it is. So all the animations get saved inside the same scene, right? Now, we're going to take a look at full body constraints. And the whole idea here is you get to pose your character. And then based on the poses that you create, once you send the data to Kimodo and it brings it back in, it should follow pretty closely to, what you kind of posed over here. And then, kind of just be what you created from here. I don't know how to put it. So I'm just making a dummy animation of some sort, and then I'm going to hit generate, wait for the animation to come back in, which is back, and now you can actually see it actually kind of follows some funky stuff, but still pretty cool. But anyway, Kimodo Bridge for you. Thanks for watching the video. Cheers.